Hey everybody, we're live. I'm here with my brother John. He's my younger brother he's 4 years younger than me.
About 5 years younger.
5 years? 4 years younger.
4.5.
4.5 years younger. Um, he's actually getting ready to go to a gig right now, and I thought I'm here visiting in New York, and I thought that I would have him come on and talk a little bit about his rig, about what people do that are working musicians. He's in a band that he's been in for how many years now?
15 years.
15 years. That actually started in 1980. What?
About 1980.
Around 1980, he started in this band. Then they stopped after high school, and then they got back together
20 years later.
20 years later. So anyway, so John is constantly buying and selling gear on eBay, Reverb, wherever, trying to find the right rig. His band is a really big cover band in upstate New York. It's probably the biggest cover band around here. And he's always been trying to figure out the right kind of rig to use, including downsizing his amplifier that he's done in the past. How many years now has that been?
Yeah, probably 5 years.
In the past 5 years with smaller amplifiers. You want to talk about that, John?
Yeah, so I was gigging with a 100-watt Marshall, a modded Marshall. It sounded really, really great. Still, it's an amazing amplifier, but it weighs 100 pounds. And so it got, it was too loud for the stage. It got hard to get to the gigs. All of a sudden, they start coming out with these little lunchbox amplifiers. I said, I'm going to try one. So I bought a Mesa Transatlantic. I think it was a 25 watt. And it sounded fantastic. I bought some pedals, and it was like, wow, it weighed like 14 pounds. So this is great.
And what were you playing? What kind of cabinet were you playing through at the time?
Orange.
212 at the time, though?
Two 112 cabinets that
Okay.
I got. So I would use
Thanks,
one.
Toby.
Hey, Toby. So I'd use 112, obviously, for a smaller gig, but we do a lot of outdoor stuff. I'd use two 112s for that. And it sounded great. The one problem was it had no effects loop on it. So that was kind of a drawback because, I wanted to use reverb, I wanted to use delay with the distortion, and, that can get a little bit messy on stage. So Mesa came out with a Mark V Mini 25 watt. It's got an effects loop in it. It also has a cab clone in it, so I can go direct out of the back of it.
Do you do that?
I do that. I don't even mic the cabinet. So we're getting quieter on stage, and we're actually playing better and sounding better. It's easier to control, and you throw some pedals at it, and you got a world-class sound, and it's so much easier.
Okay, so let's talk about a little bit. So he's getting packed up for his gig. He has the head. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Toby, again. He's got the head back here. We're going to take a look at. He's got this orange head that he uses as his practice rig.
This Micro Dark actually is 20 watts. It's got one tube in it, but it's got an effects loop in it as well. But I mean, it weighs, I think, like 3 or 4 pounds.
This is his Mark V, Mini Mark V.
I could
right?
actually gig. I have gigged with just this before, believe it or not. But this Mesa has got 2 channels on it. It's got the equalizer. It's got the cab clone. It's got the effects loop. It's all the volume. It's as loud as my 100-watt Marshall. It really is. So.
Okay, so then, so during this time, then John kept going. He kept telling me, "Oh, I'm trying this pedal, trying that pedal," and you went through how many different pedals?
Hundreds.
Hundreds of pedals.
Hundreds of pedals.
And let's talk about kind of what you settled on and why. So I'm going to show you his pedal board right now. You want to kind of take him through this, John?
Yeah. So this is the channel switcher for the Mesa, but I go in through the tuner. I've got a Line 6 wireless here that I use. I've got the Phase 95. Now you notice that pedals are getting smaller and smaller, creating more real estate on the pedal board, which is, this has got the Phase 45 and the Phase 90 built into it, both script and non-script, and it's so small. I've always been a fan of exotic pedals, so I have the EP booster. I pretty much leave that on all the time. And then I have for my main drive channel now. I'm not endorsing anybody here, by the way, but I've sort of settled on this Andy Timmons pedal, made by what are they?
JHS. Yeah.
JHS. Yeah. Sorry, Andy. And then I go into. I've got the Electro Harmonics Cockfight for the cocked wah sound for a few songs that we do. It's got a fuzz built in it too as well. And then I go into a mastering preamp, the Giggity from Voodoo Labs, and I go straight into the amp from there. I come out of the back of the amp and I go into the Strymon El Capistan delay, which is a very popular delay. Strymon makes world-class, wonderful products. And then I go into the Eventide H9. This one happens to be the Max, so I have all the algorithms built in. I access it through my phone during the gig. It's on the mic stand. It's got, kind of a jackknife of all trades type of pedal. You can get anything you want out of it. Into this Vertex Boost pedal, which just brings the volume up for solos, and it doesn't do anything to the overall sound of the guitar, and that goes in the loop as well, and that completes the whole loop.
So the let me come over here this way. Let's see, audible increase. So talk about the when you're going through that many pedals. Do you notice any signal loss?
I don't because I'm using both the pedal power.
Jackknife of all trades. That was pretty good. John said that on purpose.
Yeah, it was kind of a Norm Clark. So. It's our sister calling. She can wait. So.
Why don't you give an example of some of these things, John?
I'm going right through this little orange here, and if we just do like a clean sound. So this phase 95 is,
That's
nice. A nice warm sound.
And that's with the EP boost, right?
That's with the EP boost on, and the EP boost at the beginning, just kind of colors the tone a little bit. I know some people think it's kind of a dark sounding pedal. I happen to like it. I leave it on pretty much all the time, as well as the Giggity. And I haven't been using the second channel of the Mesa so much as using just the drive pedal for the from the Andy Timmons.
Let's hear that. And use that for and the reverb's coming from where?
The reverb's coming from the Eventide. I just have it at a normal spring setting. But if you haven't used the H9, it's got a great app, and all the algorithms are like right at the you touch it, it's right there. It's a great pedal for just about anything. You could have just that pedal and probably go to a gig, honestly.
So what do you do for leads? What pedal will you use?
So I will go just what I was doing before was I was just using the EQ, and sometimes I would use the EP boost, have it off, and use that for solos. But I found that this boost pedal is just great because it'll take whatever sound you have and it just makes it louder without
that doesn't really change the tone at all.
Doesn't add any drive to it at all. So that pedal I really like. I think I've seen your friend Rhett use that pedal as well.
Yeah, that boost pedal, the Vertex.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so what are the kinds of songs that you play, John?
Well,
John. So John, I'm going out to see John's band tonight, and I've never made it through a full set because his first set would always be. They play an hour and a half. They're it's like a Springsteen concert when they play. Each set is an hour and a half long. So I don't know if I ever make it through a full set.
Well, being at your age, you got to be to bed early. I understand. But so we start out with, I mean, we're a classic rock band. We do Styx, Aerosmith, Boston, Led Zeppelin, Kansas, Foreigner, Genesis, Ozzy, Billy Idol, REO Speedwagon, Def Leppard, Rush. We do a whole Rush medley.
Like what? Let's go through some of them.
Okay, so
We'll play some.
we start out with sometimes we'll do, like tonight. I think actually we're doing Hotel California tonight, so I will bring my double neck out, which is always kind of fun. But the Rush, now if you're gonna do Rush, of course, I mean you gotta have.
He's got to change guitars if he's going to do that, right?
You gotta have.
Hold
gotta
on.
have a humbucking pickup, I would say.
Yeah.
So.
Although John has he's got stacked humbuckers in that, right? In the
This one?
in the Strat or not?
Yeah. These are
Oh
all.
no, you actually have a humbucker.
I
So
have
John
a
has
humbucker, but the other ones are actually rail pickups also.
okay.
So.
And so what is this guitar here? What
Well,
do
this
you got
one.
in this?
I just want to talk about this really quickly.
His son put stickers all
My
over
son
it.
put Hot Wheels stickers on here, and I just left them on because I thought it was sort of cool. It actually has his name on here as well. But even though it doesn't look it, these pickups are hand wound from, again, I'm not endorsing, but Klein pickups. And this is the SJ Eric Johnson model of pickups that I put in here. And gets a real nice, sparkling, wonderful sound. And then, of course, when it goes to the lead, you can get that kind of more violin-esque, for lack of a better word.
Like Eric Johnson.
Like Eric Johnson.
So John started playing guitar right when I did, back in the 70s, in the mid 70s or so, right?
Yes.
Something like that. Early 70s, mid 70s, whatever. So but John, unlike me, plays guitar every single day. He's been practicing. I always laugh about this because I would go for years without practicing, and John, every day, even though he's got a 7-year-old son and a wife, he still finds time to practice every single day. So, who shreds more? Well, John knows all the fast licks because he grew up in the 80s. I asked him if they're playing, so they're playing Ozzy tonight, Crazy Train. And so I said, do you know the solo in that?
I had to relearn it, though. And,
He just relearned it about 5 seconds ago. Can you play it, John?
well, I'll play the intro lick, which is one of my favorites, actually. Is it too loud?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. What do I do? Just turn this down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tuned to drop D, so we got to fix that. Am I?
Or you tune down a whole step. You're in drop D now. Now you're up to F.
Right. Well, this tune, that's the thing. We tuned down a half a step. So,
Any bats being sacrificed?
well, let's just go to the Les Paul then.
Hold on. We're going to go to the Les Paul here. So John's band has been playing classic rock songs almost since they were contemporary songs. Well, it's an 80s rock band, right? Or no, 70s.
70s.
It's a 70s rock band that started playing in 1980. So all the songs
They were brand new then.
yeah, all the songs were brand new. And they just have never changed since then.
That's probably too loud too.
Yeah. Okay. Is this Rush here, John?
So,
So you do that. What else?
We do Spirit of Radio.
How's that go?
Well, what else we do? We do Closer to the Heart.
Yeah, we know that.
We do.
You don't do Xanadu or anything, do you?
No.
Hemispheres, anything
we
out
do,
there?
We do
Tom Sawyer?
Tom Sawyer.
Let's hear some of that. Then what else? What are some of the other good riffs you do in the set? Eagles, the somebody keeps saying "Come Sail Away." You don't do any sticks, do you? What sticks do you do? You do
We
sticks.
We do sticks. Blue Collar Man.
How's that go?
Oh, we do. You know what else we do when we play? Because we'll have the double neck. We will do Sweet Madam Blue, which
Oh yeah, I was just
unbelievably
talking about that.
people love that song.
Anybody know Sweet Madam Blue? That's old, really old.
It's got the descending lick that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, like line cliche, but it's
Yeah.
but they do it in the low register though. Do you play "Don't Fear the Reaper"?
Oh, we used to play that. People didn't really like that song. I don't know why.
And you do a Zeppelin medley still? How many? They do a 13 songs. Is it how many?
13, I think 13 or 14 songs.
Zeppelin medley.
Yeah, we won't do that tonight, but people do ask. Certain places do ask for that.
What about Free Ride? Edgar Winter used to do that,
We
right?
do that, yeah.
You do still do that, right?
Oh yeah.
How's that go? Okay. Any Deep Purple?
Well, we used to do Smoke on the Water, believe it or not, but we stopped doing that too.
Okay, so what else is in the set? So John has to actually look it up to see what.
Yeah, because I don't like if I'm sitting at home, I'm not playing these songs. Oh my gosh, we got Knight Rider tonight. Don't Tell Me You Love Me, which I know people hate on Knight Rider, but it's some pretty challenging guitar playing in that tune. We've got Rock You Like a Hurricane, the Scorps, Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh, do you play the intro to that?
I do. I'm not going to play it right now. Too loud for down here. Stones, Honky Tonk. That's, we're playing at a casino, so you got to play some Stones. Rocky Mountain Way, we get the talk box out for that. REO, Roll with the Changes. I Am Singing Tonight, Genesis, Turn It On Again, which I know my brother used to play that song over and over when that song came out. You like that Duke album, I think, right? 1980.
Yeah, some of the stuff on
1980
it.
was a good album.
Not as good as.
Trick of the Tail, no way.
Not even close.
No.
Any Steely Dan?
No, sadly not. But Triumph, Magic Power. Our singer is amazing. He sings all this stuff.
Wait, Magic Power. I don't know. Can't remember how that goes. Yes, this is my brother John. For any of you that tuned in, so Triumph. What else, John?
What else is on here? Are you really coming tonight?
I might come for the beginning of it. What about Journey? You play some Journey, right?
We do Journey.
You know the solo. You know Stone in Love, the solo.
I do, but we don't play it.
Can you play it now or no? Think you can play it without practicing it?
No, probably not.
Come on.
You go like that?
No, but the end
Oh.
solo.
Oh. We'll turn this down.
That's it?
Yeah, well, you gotta have the music with us too.
That's true. You do ZZ Top?
Yes.
What do you do?
Let's see.
What about LaGrange? What about
It's a good thing we
LaGrange?
were practicing tonight before this gig. I wouldn't know anything.
Do you play LaGrange or not?
No.
You don't know that one?
No, do you want to play it?
No.
Okay.
What else? Anything else?
I think that's it. What are people saying?
Do you do U2? Yes.
We do. Let's see. Let me see the phone. That's what this H9 pedal actually comes in a lot of handy for here.
Tush, you used to do that too, right?
Yeah, we still we
They have probably how many 100-something songs that you guys do
yeah.
that they rotate out with.
Some we actually remember too. Let's see here.
Do you ever do any Boston?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do Long Time tonight.
Oh, Long Time. They do Hotel California. You do any Cars or not?
We used to do Cars.
I see somebody said Elliot Easton. He's a great guitar player.
He's an amazing guitar player. All right, so
All the songs you played 35 years ago, Tom. That's right. It's Hey, oh, do you do any Badfinger or not?
no.
You should do that song, Baby Blue. That's amazing. It's one of my favorite songs.
So I would obviously not obviously. I would put a capo on the second fret and use my Strat with the single coils, but
What about I thought you do the other one, Street No Name.
we do that too. Doesn't sound authentic with a humbucker guitar though.
Now, what pedal are you using for that delay, John?
H9.
So he uses this H9 a lot. This is kind of the that's kind of his workhorse. Tell everybody what you've gone through with your delay pedals and why you decided on this and which ones you've had.
Well, when I first had the Line 6, that big green DL4, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Which is a great pedal. In fact, I think Rick bought it for me. that you did buy it for me when I first started out. And it's a great pedal, but I noticed over time that when I would hit the delay pedal, I'd get some kind of what they call tone suck or loss. And so I didn't like that, especially for soloing. So I tried a few other ones. I tried the MXR carbon copy. I still have that. It's a nice pedal. A little dark sounding. They came out with a bright one as well. But then I settled on this Strymon. Strymon makes wonderful, pretty much any pedal I've tried that they have.
John's not an
Sounds-
endorser.
Not an endorser at all. But I am kind of brand loyal to some people. If I know that they make good pedals, I'm interested in the other pedals that they make. So
Like Dave.
right. Yes, DLS, right down the street from this house, in fact, Effects, makes some great stuff, really great stuff, and he's a good friend, good player.
Thanks, Tommy.
But the tape delay from Strymon, I settled on that because in addition to the great delay sound, it also gives, when you step on it, it gives a 3 dB boost, so you don't get that, that tone loss. In fact, when you're soloing and you hit it, you get a little bit of a volume jump with that as well. And it's got, some people don't know this, but it's got reverb, spring reverb hidden in it too. In the second, when you go to like the second kind of channel of it. So I settled on that, and then I discovered that Eventide pedal and all the things it could do, and I had, I think, like 15 algorithms that I bought, and all of a sudden they came out with this promotion where if you had 20 of them, they would max you out and you would get all 40, I think it is, that they have. So I ended up buying 5 more, and then they gave me another 10. So I've got everything that they have ever come out with for the H9 is on that pedal. And as I say, you could probably do a whole gig with that pedal and maybe one other, but I can't do that. I need more stuff.
What about when you do Van Halen stuff? Do you do any Van Halen?
Yeah, tonight we're doing.
What do you do phalange for that? Like if you were to play Panama or something.
Well, it's funny you say that because this thing's got. I got a preset on here.
Do you stack? HK wants to know if you stack overdrives.
Yes.
He does.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We've always done that.
I think that's the only way you can get. Well. You can dime some of these things out, and I think they sort of get a little, fizzy or a little harsh sounding. But if you use like 2 or 3 drive pedals in smaller increments, you can really not only get a better sound, but you can get your own sound. I think that's why I like having all those. But
So what would be they have a specific H9 sound for this, John?
for what?
For Panama.
Yeah, they do actually.
Nice. What about the solo on that, John?
Why are you asking me to do all this stuff now?
You gotta be able to do it under pressure. Okay, so what about the Ozzy solo that you were doing before, John?
I had to get to that chord.
And don't you do Ain't Talking About Love or no?
No, no, we don't. But I mean, we started out just loving Van Halen, obviously, and that's why sometimes I go and put it right on the Phase 90 sound, and
Let's see.
You know, you gotta have the string slightly detuned for that. We loved
Love
Eddie
that.
growing up.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Anything else? So we talked about the pedals here. So John's been through a million delay pedals, a lot of distortion pedals too.
Yeah, SL Drive, which I still have. I love that pedal. I love the Marshall sound, but I don't know. I heard actually met Andy Timmons locally here at one of the guitar shops, and he was showing his signature pedal, and of course, anything that Andy Timmons plays, it sounds great anyway. So I'm like, oh, I think I need to have that pedal. Well, I did get it, and it sounds wonderful. It's based off of JHS's Angry Charlie, and then it was tweaked to his specifications. But he's using it as his drive channel now.
For rhythm stuff though, right? Or for lead for both?
Leads. Yeah, for leads. I think so. I think he's in it for solos, and it sounds great. It's a great sounding pedal. Now, of course, we're running it through a 20-watt orange micro dark, but like inside of the Boogie, it sounds really, really.
Okay,
great.
somebody said Pink Floyd. People keep saying Pink Floyd. Give him some David Gilmour. John is actually a David Gilmour specialist. That's probably his favorite. That's probably his favorite guitar player, actually.
You think?
Probably favorite lead
Again,
player.
You wouldn't use this.
Yeah. How about Brian May? You know any Brian May solos?
Not really. We haven't been playing much Queen.
Okay, so anyway, so that's John's. If you want a detailed description of John's rig, I'll put it in the description below later on. He can put his pedal board in there, and I don't know. We'll put a picture or anything. John doesn't do any social media at all, so he's not into it. He doesn't do Facebook. He doesn't do anything really. No. So, all right. So if you guys have any questions for him, leave it in the description below. Thanks. We'll talk later, okay? John's band's name is Northside Johnny, and they're playing tonight. He is in a band, yes. Northside Johnny. All right.
Or not.
We'll talk
Thanks,
to you guys
everybody.
later. Thank you.